My name is Maisha at Plentiful Hair Studio. At Plentiful Hair Studio, we do non-surgical hair replacement and we do non-surgical hair restoration holistically. On the non-surgical hair replacement side, when I first got into it, I took a class and I thought, yes, now I'm ready. But I was so wrong. There's a lot of education classes, learning of different facets in this area, and the way it works is there are different types of non-surgical hair replacement, different types of non-surgical hair replacement specialists. Some people do just wigs and toppers. Some people do just short hair. Some people just do the man weave, the barbering. There's so many different types. At Plentiful Hair Studio, we do several different types. I learned from the beginning of me doing this that there was not one cookie cutter method that worked best for everybody. So when somebody would come in, and it was something I felt like stumped me, I would find out how I can help that person the next time I encountered that situation. But when I first got into it, first, when you do non-surgical hair replacement, as far as the pieces go, you can make them yourself. You can get with a company that pre-makes them, has pre-custom pieces, or you can have molds created based off of your client's head and send that mold off to have a hair piece created specifically for that client. In my experience, there has never been just one company that works for everybody as far as this goes. So I always know that this manufacturer could create the perfect prosthetic for this person. This manufacturer has the perfect hair texture for this guest. This person has a unique base for this guest. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of money wasted learning, but when you learn it, you have to learn it, you have to know it in order to give your clients the best experience. When I first started, I thought, wow, they are taking advantage of people who don't know anything about hair. So I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use commercial hair and commercial wigs. I know what I'm doing. And pardon my French, it was a shit show. I learned very quickly that people are rough with their hair, and just because I know how to do my hair, most people don't. So it was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of new pieces. It was a lot of appointments, and I had to buckle down and do what's best for my guest and stop thinking so much about the price, because buying one good piece versus several bad pieces is a better investment to get the better piece. It's not always cheap. It can be depending on what you're looking for, and what's cheap is that's just a matter of opinion. And what's cheap to you might not be what's cheap to me, but it's not cheap in general, but it can be affordable depending on what you're looking for. Of course, when you come into a center, we can go with your budget, look at your budget and see what you can afford, of course, naturally. But in general, a high-end, high-quality hair piece is not super cheap. It's just not. Prosthetics are made to duplicate your hair and look natural. In general, lace is not used a lot in non-surgical hair replacement. And the lace that is used is different from commercial lace. The hair that is used is different from commercial hair. And yeah, there are some people who want commercial hair and commercial wigs. They want the thickness of it. They like it. They want something a little more va-va-va-voom. But in general, a cranial prosthetic is made to look and mimic your hair when you liked it the best, or the way you've always wanted it to be. So in general, it's not super. They have several forms of financing. So if you need financing, we have several forms. If you have hair loss because you have cancer, of course, we do take insurance. We can be in network or out of network. I advise you to just come in for a consultation, because you never know until you try. So come in for a consultation and see if non-surgical hair replacement is best for you. If you're a candidate for non-surgical hair replacement, or if you just want to wear a daily wear piece. Either way, I always recommend, if you are experiencing hair loss, I always recommend you attempt to restore it in conjunction with wearing hair if you need to. But of course, Realistically, there are some people who do not want to grow it back, who just want to look good now, and there are some people who cannot grow it back. But again, you'll never know until you have a consultation, and I'm totally honest about it. I'm totally transparent, and I'm not going to steer you wrong. So if you have any questions, www.plentifulhairstudio.com or info@plentifulhairstudio.com. Thank you.